Hey guys, it's Todd from Like Minded Lunatics, here with another drink, play, swear. Hey, it's all we do around here. I mean, besides hanging out at the movie theater, hoping mom doesn't pick us up for another half hour or so. It's all we ever did around here. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Like Minded Lunatics, and welcome back to Drink, Play, Swear. Nah, dude, you know that Like Minded Lunatics is not just Drink, Play, Swear. No, it's not. It's also my buddy Mark Gifford having all kinds of our good Like Minded Lunatic friends on his Friday night videos. Please check the Friday night videos out if you haven't. It's just the best stuff on the channel. And bang, if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, please do so we can see how big this family of like-minded weirdos, degenerates, runaways, and ne'er-do-wells is getting. And it gets bigger every day. And no, Like-Minded Lunatics is also not just on YouTube. We are also proud to say we are on Channel 16, Austin Music TV in Austin, Texas, every Friday night, 10 p.m. Central. Lots of content on there that you will not find on YouTube. So yes, old media is not dead. See us both places. We'd love for you to see us both places. And you don't have to live in Austin or even in Texas to watch that stuff. I live in San Antonio. I watch it every Friday night. All right. So, what do we do here at Drink, Play, Swear? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. We play a game, usually a classic one, pair it with a beverage, and I tell you a story. Okay. We're playing a game today that I have never played before. I know the franchise well, of course. Am I a human being that was alive in the 20th century? This is Star Wars: A New Hope on the NES. See this? Looks good. I've never played it. All I did was I checked to make sure the game works. That's all I've done. I don't know the buttons, I don't know anything about this game. On the NES here, so it's a 2-button system, we'll figure it out, right? Alright, so we're playing Star Wars today, pairing it with another classic, not Star Wars, not the NES. This classic is a Jim Beam and Coke. Get yourself something. Get yourself something, and I hope you do. Welcome back to the channel. All right, I'm just gonna tell you right out, unless this is the easiest game in the world. Ooh. Sorry, reverence for the theme for a second, right? Not bad for the NES. John Williams, epic score, put on the NES. I don't know, that gets me tingly. That makes me happy, those two things coming together. So we're going to play this in a minute. If this isn't the most intuitive game in the world, I'm just going to stink. Because I don't even know what's going on in the game. But I want to get started today talking Star Wars memories today. Now, I know May 4th came and gone. You say, Todd, you're not very timely. You don't do things when you're supposed to. Some weeks you're talking about Halloween stuff, and it's not even October. I talk about things when I want to talk about them, okay? At Like Minded Lunatics, we do the things we want to do when we want to do them. Thank you. Okay. So anyway, I want to talk Star Wars memories today because I was thinking about Star Wars and I got this game and I wanted to play it. Star Wars for me meant a whole lot to me when I was a kid, and I bet it did to many of you also. Now, for me, we're going to start in a second, but I just want to show you. For me, when I watch them, I watch them on this DVD format, not Blu-ray. I watch them on this DVD format because this is like the nostalgic trilogy for me and my favorite way to watch it. I know it's on Disney Plus and Blu-ray, and some of these awesome nerds are watching on 35mm and VHS and all that. I'm not there. I'm watching it on that. But back in the day, back when I was a kid, I actually saw one of these early ones in the theater. Now, I was born in 1981, so I am too young to have seen the original film based on this game. That's what this game is based on. The original film, A New Hope, or what they just called Star Wars back then, but now we have to label A New Hope. And then Empire Strikes Back. Now, I know that Empire Strikes Back is everyone's favorite of that trilogy, and in fact, today I can admit that it is my favorite in the trilogy as well. All right, sorry. Oh, look at this, we're getting a little story here. Okay, sorry, I'll try to skip through it and get to my story. You know this story well enough already. So I will admit now, looking back, that my favorite movie of that trilogy probably is Empire Strikes Back. It's dark, it's gritty. It's beautifully written. I mean, for a Lucas film, don't you think? It's pretty well written. But the first movie I saw in the theater, what am I doing? Okay, I'm playing. Okay, I'm Luke. That's jump. That's fire. NES, baby. Let's do it. And I am... What? I'm sorry. Classic... What classic scene from A New Hope is this? The slime-dripping cavern that Luke has to navigate. I'm sorry. If you're going to make a game for a classic movie, this NES game, by the way, I don't know if you saw in the opening credits or what, but this game... Oh, God. This game came out in the early 90s, even after the Super Nintendo came out. So I assume that there were Super Nintendo companions for this. But if you're going to come out with a game, over a decade after the original movie, wouldn't you have thought out the game a little bit and how you'd plan the levels? And at what point do you say, how about a slime cave? All right, we'll take a break with some story and some beverage while I sort out if I'm even going to continue. So, my first Star Wars movie theater experience was Return of the Jedi. Now, I know for some of you, guys who are slightly older than me, okay, you'll say, oh, Return of the Jedi was the Ewok movie, and you even make a little joke about it. That is a cute Muppet movie, right? But for me, it was my first Star Wars theater memory. I was like 2 or 3 years old when this... It's one of my first memories ever, definitely my first theater memory, and to see Vader face the Emperor... I'm sorry, spoilers? Watch the movie already. To see Vader face the Emperor... and the reconciliation of father and son, really powerful moment for me, and I love that movie. So if you don't care for it, fine. I know everyone's a nerd in their own way, and they got their favorites and their least favorites and all that. But for me, Return of the Jedi holds a special place in my heart because it was the first of the Star Wars movies I got to see in the theater. Now, we didn't know there were going to be more. We thought that was it. One trilogy and done, you know? Because most of my childhood, I'm going to give a go at this cave, but this is ridiculous to me. Slime cave. We thought that was it. And so how did I spend most of my childhood experiencing Star Wars? It was watching the old VHS tapes. It was going to the movie theater again to see a different movie, but to play that classic Star Wars arcade game. Do you remember how are you supposed to make that jump? It was that classic game. If I had that game, I'd be playing it right now. I don't own that game because it didn't come out on an 8-bit system. And what is happening? Is he phasing out there? Luke doesn't even have a blaster at this point in the movie. We started C-3PO. We're hunting R2-D2 on Tatooine, right? What are we doing with a blaster in a slime cave? All right. I guess I'll just sit with you for a minute. Because I don't know if I can... I should have practiced this game. I'm not going to be able to do this. So, that's what we did. Growing up, we watched the VHS copies. We talked about how Star Wars trilogy was our favorite films, best trilogy of all time. And played that classic arcade game in the theater. And anytime there was a console game, we picked it up as soon as we knew about it. I didn't know about this one. But then, okay, when I was a senior in high school, I'm 17 years old, 18 years old. Phantom Menace, Episode 1 comes out. Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. Holy cow. Getting Darth Maul and all this stuff in the trailer. Looks crazy. Obi-Wan's a young guy. Now, before I talk trash about Phantom Menace, I will say I am liking the Obi-Wan series. I'm halfway through it. It is giving some, credit to... Oh, God. I didn't even look up ahead of time if this is a good game or a hated game, But I'm going to tell you right now, this game stinks. My first impression of the Phantom Menace was the same. Came out of that movie let down. In fact, me and my buddies, we felt like coming out of that movie, coming out of the Phantom Menace for the first time, we were rebellious, you know. We come out and we are feeling rebellious and we're wanting to mess up our movie theater. So we decided to fuck up the bathroom in our movie theater because we were rebelling against the movie. So what did we do is we went into the bathroom, okay, and you get the paper towels out of the paper towel dispenser and you fill up the toilets and you fill up the urinals and you flush them all and you flush them all until the floor starts flooding. And when the floor starts flooding, you flush them all 18 more times before you run out the door and before the staff finds out, right? So we did that only, and we'd done it 15, 20 times in our lives. Only that time, coming out of the Phantom Menace in 1999, I'm 18, so I'm too old to be doing this, right? But I was doing it anyway. Just for context, I was already accepted to college when I did this. Okay. Coming out of the bathroom, I swing the stall door to flush it one more time, and I'm pulling out to run out the stall door. The door is swinging back, and bang, right between the eyes it gets me. Black eye. That's right. So my friends are already in the car with the stereo on waiting for me because when I bang my head, I also slip on the wet floor and fall on the ground. So I'm a mess. I'm looking in the back. I should be gone by now. I should have run out of the building, but I'm looking in the mirror in the men's restroom with the floor all wet, seeing that my eye is already going to be inflated and black, right? And I feel like this was a metaphor a little bit for like, this is how this is what George Lucas did to me in episode 1, is he got me right between the eyes unexpectedly, didn't he? But anyway, we all have our own experience with Star Wars, and that's one of mine. One of my most cherished memories from childhood is hanging out at the arcade playing the original Star Wars arcade game and seeing Return of the Jedi for the first time. But I have to say, one of my most frustrating memories from the theater. You see this game, right? I went back one more time. That's it. Star Wars, I will say to this day, new stuff comes out. You're not always going to love it, right? Especially if you're a purist. But I will say that I have learned to stop needing to see it as a religion, right? A new Marvel movie comes out. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? But a new Marvel movie comes out and maybe it's not great, right? But that doesn't mean you throw your entire love for a thing away. I saw the Eternals. We all saw the Eternals. It was fine, right? That doesn't mean I don't love Endgame. That doesn't mean, excuse me, I'm getting excited. I bumped the mic. That doesn't mean I don't love all the stuff I love anyway. And so I can love part of it without loving the whole. Because I'm a human being that can have maybe opinions about things. Love the stuff you love. Feel free to dislike the stuff you dislike. But you're not right or wrong. Yeah? You're just opinionated. Between now and the next time I talk to you, I'm, well, a very opinionated Todd. Here we go. See ya.
Another happy landing.